Have you ever wondered what happens under the surface of the deep ocean? Places so dark that light cannot reach. Cold, still waters that we have only explored a small part of. What does the ocean hide? What creatures are swimming in that darkness? And most importantly, are there sounds, noises that have never been heard by human ears? Imagine you are a scientist listening to the sounds coming from the ocean. One day, a strange signal appears. It is not the sound of whales, nor the sound of icebergs crashing. It is a sound that has never been heard before. Your sonar equipment records the sound. At first, you think that the equipment is faulty, but when you check, the sound is still there, echoing from the ocean floor. In 1997, such a sound was recorded. They gave it a name, the Bloop. This sound stunned the scientific community and the world. It was so loud, louder than any sound ever recorded from a living creature on Earth. And so, an investigation began. In August 1997, NOAA scientists turned on a network of sonar arrays that spanned the ocean. The system was originally designed to detect submarine movements during the Cold War, but its purpose had changed by then. Scientists were using it to study natural sounds from the deep sea, such as the crashing of icebergs or the sounds of large marine animals. One day, while examining data from the system, a strange sound appeared. It lasted for more than a minute, with a high frequency and then gradually decreasing, like the roar of a giant creature. The sound was so loud that it was recorded by devices thousands of miles apart. How could a sound travel so far? What was causing it? Was it a sign of a giant creature living in the ocean? Initially, scientists thought the sound might be the result of an undersea earthquake. This is not uncommon, as seismic activity often produces loud noises. But upon further analysis, they realized that the sound of the Bloop did not match any geological sounds they had previously recorded. Another hypothesis was put forward. Could it be the sound of icebergs in Antarctica colliding and breaking apart? Icebergs are one of the loudest sources of sound in nature. However, iceberg sounds tend to last longer and have a different frequency. So what else could be making this sound? A giant creature? Some scientists began to suspect that the sound might have come from a living creature. But if it did, it would have to be so large that it would dwarf the size of the blue whale, the largest animal we know of. Imagine a giant creature that lives in the darkness, where sunlight never reaches. A creature that can make sounds so loud that the ocean shakes. Is it lurking somewhere, waiting to be discovered? Or is it just leaving its mark through sound, then disappearing forever? The story of the Bloop quickly spread, not only in scientific circles, but also in popular culture. Some believed that the sound was a signal from an underwater civilization. Others thought it could be evidence of a mythical sea monster, such as the Kraken or the Leviathan. More far-fetched theories even suggested that the Bloop was a signal from another world, a form of extraterrestrial communication. The Bloop isn't the first strange sound to be recorded from the depths of the ocean. Scientists have discovered many other mysterious sounds before. Some of them seem to be of natural origin, while others have left people wondering what's really going on under the water. We've had famous sounds like upsweep, a series of sounds that gradually increase in frequency, lasting from season to season, suspected to be related to underwater volcanic activity. Train, a deep, long-lasting sound, like the sound of a distant train, possibly caused by strong ocean currents. Julia, a loud echo lasting several minutes, sounding like the call of a giant creature, but the source has never been confirmed. These sounds have opened the door to endless research. But what makes the Bloop different? It's the size and frequency of it, so loud that it dwarfs all other sounds. the most remarkable thing is the frequency. Scientists claim that the frequency of the bloop is similar to sounds made by living creatures, not by geological phenomena. And that adds to the curiosity. As soon as the bloop was announced, it quickly became a topic of discussion everywhere. Scientists were seriously analyzing the sound, while popular culture took advantage of this opportunity to weave thrilling stories. Television shows, documentaries, and even works of science fiction have all been inspired by the bloop. Some examples. In the movie Cloverfield, 2008, the sound of the bloop was used as inspiration for the appearance of the monster. Some book authors and documentary filmmakers have claimed that the bloop is evidence for the existence of legendary monsters like the Kraken. Some video games have even integrated the bloop as an element to increase suspense and curiosity. It seems that people cannot resist turning scientific mysteries into myths. But are there any parts of those stories that are true? Back in the scientific world, researchers have been trying to find the most reasonable explanation for this strange sound. Here are some prominent theories. 1. The sound came from a giant sea creature. Given the size and intensity of the sound, the theory that the bloop came from a giant creature cannot be ignored. Sea creatures such as sperm whales and blue whales are capable of emitting loud sounds, but no one has ever recorded a sound this loud. If the bloop did come from a living creature, it would be more gigantic than any creature we know of. Perhaps a living fossil from an ancient era. 2. Undiscovered geological phenomenon. Some scientists believe that the sound could come from a variety of geological events that have never been recorded, such as newly formed cracks in the ocean floor or the collision of tectonic plates. 3. The iceberg sound. The most widely accepted theory is that the sound was caused by the fracturing of icebergs in Antarctica. However, skeptics say the size and range of the sound makes this unlikely to be the only explanation. So what should we believe? A superorganism, a natural phenomenon, or something else entirely that we have never imagined? Scientists haven't stopped at analyzing the sounds. Several expeditions have been sent to areas near the source of the bloop, using submarines and robotic probes to search for any signs that might help solve the mystery. The footage from these expeditions is breathtaking, from never-before-seen glowing creatures to incredible views of the ocean floor, a world we are only just beginning to understand. However, each expedition has come back with the conclusion that nothing of significance has been discovered. But that only deepens the mystery. The bloop may be a mystery, but it does something important. It reminds us that there is still much to discover about our world. For science, every question is not just a problem to solve, but also an opportunity to learn more about the planet we live on. So is the bloop simply a strange sound, or is it a symbol of humanity's endless curiosity? Standing on the border between science and myth, we can imagine a number of interesting scenarios about the bloop. Some scientists pursue logical explanations, while others are not afraid to dream, suggesting that it could be traces of a previously unknown world. Scenario 1. An undiscovered creature. Imagine a giant creature, larger than a blue whale, moving silently in the depths of the ocean. It could be a species that existed in prehistoric times, surviving for millions of years without being detected by humans. What would happen if we encountered such a creature? Would it be friendly or dangerous? Would its discovery change the way we think about biology and evolutionary history? Scenario 2. A unique natural phenomenon. Perhaps the bloop came not from a living creature, but from the activities of the Earth itself. A geological event, such as the sliding of underwater tectonic plates or the rapid melting of a large ice mass, could have caused the sound. But why has this phenomenon never occurred before? Could it be the result of an extremely rare environmental condition, a perfect confluence of natural factors? Scenario 3. An extraterrestrial signature. This is perhaps the most daring hypothesis, but it cannot be dismissed. Some believe that the sound does not belong to Earth. Instead, it could be an alien technology operating under the ocean, or even a form of remote communication. Are we truly alone in the universe? If not, could the Bloop be the answer from another civilization? Technology has advanced by leaps and bounds, allowing us to see deeper, hear more clearly, and understand more about what lies beneath the ocean's surface. Devices like high-frequency sonar, robotic probes, and global satellites have brought us closer to the truth. These advances have not only helped us decipher the Bloop, but also opened countless doors to new discoveries. Each piece of data collected is not just a clue, but also evidence that the ocean still has many mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Over 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by ocean, but we have only explored a tiny fraction of it. The Bloop is more than just a sound. It is a reminder of how much we still don't know about our planet. At the bottom of the ocean, a completely different world exists, one where humans are still strangers. It is both terrifying and wonderful. To this day, the Bloop remains a mystery. It may be a natural phenomenon, or a giant creature, or something we have never thought of. But one thing is certain: it has captured the imagination of millions and driven us to continue exploring. What matters most is not the answer, but the journey to find the answer. The ocean, with all its magic and mystery, will forever be an endless source of inspiration for humans. And who knows, the next time you stand by the shore and listen to the waves, you may be hearing the whispers of deep mysteries, just like the Bloop. What do you think of the Bloop? A giant creature, a natural phenomenon, or something else we don't fully understand? Leave your thoughts and let's discuss. Remember, every mystery starts with human curiosity.